So as we begin this Reiki healing and this transmission, we just take a few deeper breaths here. And we give ourselves permission to get very present in what is at this moment. And even though you're watching this later or you're presently here on this recording, it's still the same energy and healing. So can we give ourselves permission to receive exactly what it is that we need at this moment? And then at this moment, and then at this moment. This is the Reiki. The Reiki is that energy that has been created for humanity so that we can get that assistance of balance. Maybe we are very balanced in certain areas of our lives, but then other areas are a little bit neglected, and that may not be by choice, but simply by veils that has covered the transparency of what that might be. So as I pull in the Reiki now, I call upon all the divine ones that assist us, all of our angels, guides, teachers, and masters. Come, be with us, our totems, our ancestors from the highest love and light, and even the star beings from the highest love and light vibration. Please come forward in this beautiful ceremonial space that we have put aside this time for sacred awakening Reiki transmission. Now, what is that? What is sacred to you? What is sacred to you and special? You are the one that decides this. And what is awakening for you? What is it that we are awakening from and to? Your heart knows that. So as we ask our hearts, our sacred hearts, for guidance, we ask too to open our hearts and the chalice of receptivity deep in our inner child, in our sacred hearts. Gently show me, what is it that brings this vibration of sacred awakening to me? There is a certain balance then in the heart, the right and the left side of your heart. There's balance in our creation, in our physical bodies as well. We have 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 hands, 2 arms and legs and lungs and hips and knees and feet. So can we ask for divine balance and harmony now? As I call on the Reiki and the masters that brought this forward for us, I ask that the Reiki goes through me to you. We ask all the divine ones to step around us and hold space. The archangels of the 6 directions. East, we have Archangel Raphael, Raphael, Raphael. Come, Archangel of air, hold us. Thank you. From the south, we call upon Archangel Michael. Michael, come, Archangel of fire. Help us blaze with 1,000 suns away that which brings disharmony and unbalance in our lives, so that we can see clearly what is sacred and what is the awakening I am looking for. Thank you for holding the space in the south. And from the west, we call upon Archangel Gabriel. Gabriel, come and hold the space and the energy of the west. The Archangel of water, of the emotional, the one that overflows our chalice of receptivity in the most highest love and joy. That which we long for, let us overflow. Let us be open to receive it. Thank you. And then from the north, we call upon Archangel Uriel. And this is the Archangel of the earth element and of the earth herself, of Gaia, Sophia, bringing in this ruby red fire. And let it pour on us, through us, and around us. The earthly element of being grounded in your knowing and feeling welcomed, safe, grounded, so that we can create from this opportunity that we have in this earthly element that we call the physical body. I like to create a beautiful life now. And guide me and show me how I can do that for the highest good for myself and all my loved ones, highest good for all, and in service of the planet herself. See, we are expression both of the earthly and the heavenly. Calling upon the elementals, like we also balance the elements through Ayurveda and through yoga. Sacred practices and knowings. Let's find balance of that. Earth, water, fire, air, and that which binds us together, the space. Thank you for being with us. And from above, we call upon Archangel Metatron, the Ascension Archangel, powerful, also known as Thoth, the scribe, the guide. He comes from the heart of the grand central sun, and he brings us divine, sacred geometries, like the spiral of our spine, of our nerves, like the sacred geometry of our soul, and how we connect through our Merkaba, our double tetrahedron that spins fast and creates the dodecahedron that surrounds us as well as the earth itself. We tap into the grid here of the highest consciousness, the grid that is called the Christ grid. Why? Because it's unity, consciousness, and love. It could be called something else too. Maybe it is. But this Christed grid that lays around the earth and ourselves is part of our expanded self, the wiser one, the one we tap in through our heart when we feel harmony and peace. We ask our higher selves to step forward. We ask our I am presence to step forward. Thank you. And guide us now. As we bring down the Metatronic cube on us, through us, and around us, we ask to connect in and entangle our cosmic selves into the Christed grid that lays not just around our bodies, but around the earth itself. This was created to be used at this time and space by our own future selves, because we knew what was happening. So we created this Christed grid so we can lock into it and pull ourselves through this portal, this time of transformation, of transmutation, so that we can be familiar with the alchemy and the change of our thoughts, which changes our emotions, which changes our chemistry inside our bodies, which changes our vibration, which changes our physicality, which changes that we attract like magnets. We ask the divine positive aspects to overflow and surround us. And we repel those old lessons that we have gone through over and over and over again. And we ask to please forgive it away now. Thank you. And as we forgive it away, we clear it from our I am presence, known and unknown, past, present, future, of this contrast, of this soul's awakening that we learn maybe through hardship, that's coming up again now to be reviewed and acknowledged and set free and forgiven away. Keeping, of course, the knowledge that we gained, the wisdom that we gained, and the compassion for that learning. We came in as these brave souls to learn. And we knew it as we stepped in. And we're connecting into that knowing now through our hearts, through our heart channel that leads up straight to our divine selves, our God selves, our I am presence. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And then we root this knowledge and this energy now in our bodies, through our bodies, deeply through our root chakra, our safety, our knowing, our well-being, our desire to find the harmony and balance. We do it through our root, and we ask Archangel Sandalphon to ground us through the 33 layers into the center of Gaia Sophia. And we ask Gaia Sophia, the consciousness of the earth herself, to support us in this life, to give us this richness, the knowing and the comfort, so that we can take on our soul's yearning, so that we can vibrate high together with the sound of our soul song. And as we ground, we take our Earth Star Chakra and we place it over ourselves. And funny, the Earth Star Chakra is represented by the powerful symbol of the yin and the yang. The symbol that represents the vastness of the divine feminine, impregnated with the sacred masculine. And then the sacred masculine, strong and bold, impregnated with the sacred feminine. So we create from this balance of both sides. And we know it in physicality, of course, that this is how we create. And procreate. So tonight we're asking, but what is the aspects of the sacred masculine? What is that? How can we use this in real life examples and feel that support? So please, we ask the divine ones to show us action of sacred masculine. We're getting the message of discernment, of trusting the inspiration and going forward no matter what. This is the intensity that cuts through the illusion, the Maya. This is the courage that is needed to go forward and claim that which is yours through birthright. It is not special people that get all of it. No, they claimed it and they used it. They used the divine masculine to manipulate the energy around their fields, to step forward strongly and boldly, to create something that felt right for them. And we see that around the world so strongly now. But if that masculinity is not in harmony with the divine feminine, it will be crumbling into some sort of pain, of yearning for more and more and more and more and more and never being satisfied, forgetting to enjoy their creation, forgetting to savor the beauty around them, and still feeling lost. There's a balance here, and Gaia Sophia, the wisdom of the earth element, shows us that in order to manifest and enjoy, we have to have seasons. We have to have morning and night. There need to be a balance, or else it's too linear. We have lived that now, and we are now changing into a new way. 26,000 years is changing as we now, for the first time in this earth, reach certain points in the galaxy that has never been visited before. We are breaking free from the old paradigm. We are the pioneers stepping forward with the wisdom of the sacred and divine masculine. We know the work, but it needs to be balanced. So then we ask, what is the sacred feminine? What is that? How can that be seen in our daily work, in our daily habits, in our cycles of our bodies? It is returning to the earth again and watching those who live on earth, connected to the earth, like the indigenous ones. They know that earth is giving us all that we need. But it is about creating it It is about cherishing it. It is about the rhythm, the dance, the ritual. It is about noticing and gently cherishing the leaves on the trees, the sunrise, the sunsets, the moon who reflects back. Can we become more like the moon and shine gently and curiously into those aspects of ourselves that washed over, pushed down, compressed? Let those areas find light. Can we do the practice of soothing those areas as we look and feel and connect into our physical bodies? Where are the blocks? Is it my throat? We ask. Our throats. Is it the heart that was pain? Is it our legs, our hips? Is it our toes that we stub? What is the message that's coming forward for us? And know that we are being communicated with. And there is a vast intelligence and knowing inside our bodies. Just like the earth provides us with nourishment and love and weather and seasons and day and night, so does our bodies. And to be in the divine and sacred feminine is to treat ourselves that way. Oh, I feel a compression in my throat. Ask yourself, hello, my beautiful throat. How can I treat you? Just as if I would treat a burn on my hand from the fire. Maybe you will stop the cooking if you were cooking and burned yourself and have blisters all over your hand. What do you do with that blister? This is the divine feminine. We say, oh, blister. Oh, throat chakra. Ah, let me hold you. How can I soothe you? How can I put a bandage on you? How can I care for you? I am interested. I'm not going to go back to cooking and pretend that nothing happened and all is fine and dandy. No. The divine feminine is not just asking, but standing up and saying, stop. Now. Look at you. Where did you burn yourself, my child? Where did you burn? What was the words that you believed? Oh, I believed that I wasn't good enough. I believed that I didn't deserve love, and my voice wasn't heard. We ask our I am presence, did I now learn that lesson? Yes. When I get this feeling in my throat, I will stop and I will care for it. I will heal that scar and burn with gentleness and time and care. And I will reflect. And as I forgive away this pain and sorrow, I ask to please forgive it away for all my loved ones, known and unknown, past, present, future. I ask to forgive it away for all of humanity. This is my service to the earth. This is my service to all that didn't know that we can heal ourselves deeply. As we balance the divine feminine and sacred masculine. Like the full moon asked us with Venus and Mars and Pluto that dig deep into the unknown, deep into the underworld. But then we got to spring equinox and we were asked to forgive it away. Take the lessons and run away. Don't go back there again. But step forward through the threshold and use the bravery of the sacred masculine to step out of that illusion and soothe yourself as you do. Yes, the soul asks us to be brave and courageous and move through that which doesn't serve us anymore, because you are that puzzle piece that is necessary in this unity, consciousness, and love. You are the one that is responsible for you. To ask and to nourish and to go forward. That is the definition of the sacred masculine that steps through the threshold, not knowing exactly what comes, but we must move forward. And if we have some vision of where we want to end up, reach for that. Reach for that future dreaming vision that you have and expand. Add extra stickers, extra decoration. Make it over the top if you so desire, because you deserve that. And then live now in the present and go through it every minute, every moment. Go through it gently, threading this new way, and forgive the past. This is the formula of unity, consciousness, and love. And those codings that we so accepted as children are now simply dissolving, because we're no longer feeding them. We're no longer feeding that hungry dragon that drags us back into the old stories. We're now feeding the dragon that has the wings of wisdom and compassion, so that we can fly on our future dreaming dragon's back. He says, come on, let's go. You know, to that place we always wanted to go. And as this dragon flaps the wings, there's sparks of rainbow colors and fire. The chains are broken, blowing, wow, fire in the mouth, blazing out the old, burning, 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 and lifting off. We are taking off on our future dreaming dragon now. Ooh, it goes a little to the right and to the left, but we are laughing And there's music and joy. And there's courage and craziness. And we're finding the wild one, the playful one. We grab our silver chalice in one hand to receive, and we grab our friends and family in the other arm, throwing them on the tail so they can get a fun ride too. And off we go into this future dreaming. And as we fly up in through the clouds, we see the new earth ahead of us. And we choose to lift up into this higher vibration now. And it is a little work, and we do need to use our discernment and our cobalt blue energy and our sapphire blue energy of knowing, of taking action. And we do that also with the sweetness of the pinks and ruby reds. Just like we are soothing the painful burns from cooking, we pause, we reflect, and we do it again and again. As we lift up now and land in this new earth of unity, consciousness, and love, we cut the chains to the old and we let it go. And that is so. It is done. It is done. It is done. Maybe we can hear the chants of the hawthorns, the chants of deep love, the chants of the mother's milk and the birth as a portal. We invite that new feminine, the new creation and birth. And we're being called to mother ourselves and others too, to surrender to our sacred feminine, to create, surrender in our own creation, and to hold and to be held. We're being called now to remember our place in the web of life, to realize the Cosmic Mother is watching us every step of the way. Maybe we are going through a tough transition now, moving from one way of being into another. Just remember that we are cradled in sacred love. We are more held than we could possibly imagine. And we have access to more love than our hearts can bear. Let's open our hearts. Let's receive the alchemy of breaking free. Let's receive the knowing and the re-remembrance of our power now. The old is released. And we know, we are reassured that things are working out. We open ourselves to receiving the overflowing love of the Cosmic Mother, of the hawthorns. They're flooding us now from every direction. Let it stretch your heart. the Hathors chanted in the Atlantis and the Egyptian times. They chanted all the portals open, and they chanted the tone that was slightly higher, so it becomes like binaural beats. It triggers us to receive with new ears and new eyes. And we come back now into our physical bodies in this new earth that we have landed on, where we will remember, where we will receive, where even the sounds of the family and the dogs barking and people trying to be quiet because it's the right thing. Well, it is, but is it? Why can't we receive what we need? With a dog barking, somebody calling, being interrupted. That is the change itself. Open your heart more, stretch it more, and receive in new ways. Deep inhale and full exhale, and we ask this beautiful healing from the Hathor Reiki to be integrated with gentleness and ease. That we hold ourselves in that wonderful new way of balance. As I disconnect, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes open, wide awake, feeling balanced, rejuvenated, and we are in the knowing. We stepped through the threshold. Thank you.